Good day, everyone, and welcome to another exciting, fun filled, riveting episode of my Random Thoughts. Today is a doozy and one of the more difficult topics that I've had to be up against in my life. So, the topic of today's video is how to stand strong against other people's expectations of you and what they expect you to be in this life. I 100% came up against this in my life, and this is more of one of those videos where if I was 18, I wish I would have had somebody kind of pull me aside, like a mentor or like parents or something along those lines, and be like, look, you are your own person. There's going to be times in this life where people think that you're supposed to be X, Y, or Z, or you're supposed to be doing X, Y, Z with your life. And you have to walk your own path, okay? Everybody has their own life, and everybody has a right to walk their own path in this life as long as you're not harming other people. If harming other people comes in the picture, then I gotta throw up a big red X and be like, yo, like take some time to back off of that, all right? Because that's infringing on that person's right to live the life they want to live. But anyway, there were times in my life now. My childhood was kind of a whirlwind of chaos and then nothing and then chaos and then nothing. Like it was like a bomb goes off and then total silence for days on end and a lot of isolation. And but basically, I think there's kind of two areas that I ran into this issue. And I've always been a strongly defiant person. Like I mean like anytime anybody tries to tell me anything, then it's just like my natural instinct is just to like really go 100%, like it ain't happening. But basically the biggest area where this came from was my uncle and to a degree my mom. When in the rare 18 years that I knew my mom, they're like in the rare once in a blue moon times where she acknowledged that I was alive and acknowledged my existence, it would be to lay out to other people what I was going to be. Like, for example, we'd be meeting new people or something, and my mom's got a lot of issues in her own right, so I'm not going to really like tear her down. I mean, the right move was just to let her live her life, and I'm living my life, and that's the long and short of it. But anyway, we'd be meeting new people, right? And she'd be like, "Oh, okay," and I don't even think she used the words "my son." I don't remember her ever using that, like acknowledging me as her son, or anything like that. But she was like, "Oh, this is so and so, and he's gonna go to medical school, and he's gonna be a doctor, and then he's going to buy me a beach house, and he's gonna buy me a new sports car, and then I don't have to work anymore, and this and this and this and this and this." And these people are looking at me. I'm like 13, 14 years old, 12 years old, and they're like, they're looking at me, the child, like, is she for real? Is she really being for real right now with this? And like I gotta pull these random people that I've never met before aside afterwards and like, look, none of that's gonna happen. Okay. My mom is the definition of narcissist. Just completely delusional. It's like she thinks she's God of this reality and everything is built to serve her, and which is completely the opposite of what God is. God is there to serve others. No, to give is to receive. But that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. I just thought it was kind of ironic because my mom posits herself as a very spiritual person, and all she does is take. But anyway, my mom thinks that everything and everyone in this world is here to serve her. And that is why she is completely alone right now and has no friends, and all family has completely rejected her. So when you're on that path of like, the world revolves around me and everybody's there to serve me, then you're going to just end up alone. That's kind of, unless something strange happens, there's always outliers. But anyway, getting back to the point of the video, standing strong against others that are going to try and tear you down. She thought I wasn't a son or a child or the love of her life as far as like love for your child goes. I was a utility. I was seen as like, this person that's around me that's, basically can't ever leave me. Surprise, I did. They're going to go to school or whatever and become what I think they're. It's like in her head, she's like, a medical doctor is going to make more money than any other profession, and therefore my utility can basically do as much as possible for me as possible. Never once did she ever say to me, oh, hey, what do you want to do? Like, what are you interested in? Like, the day that I walked out of my mother's house, and it was like a whole spy operation. It was like under the cover of darkness, and it was like, go, 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 red team, go, 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 go. It was like that. It was like escaping from prison or some nonsense. If you would have said to my mother when I was 18 years old, okay, here's your son over there, and she'd be like, what? I have a son? Like, that would be kind of like the response, like, as in the same breath, she's saying I'm Mother of the Year. That's a whole nother video. See, this is really hard to kind of stay focused because I could make a channel with 1,000 videos for 1,000 years about the issues with my mom. But anyway, it would be if you went up to her the day that I was about to walk out the door and was like, look, you got to say 3 things. Just 3 things. I'll make it easier. Say 2 things that your son is interested in and passionate about or like worried about. Like, name some. Just describe something that your son likes or is interested in or whatever. As I've got like 1 foot out the door, all you got to do is that, and he'll come back to the negotiating table. Not that that was never gonna happen. And she'd be like, I don't know. He breathes oxygen. I guess he likes oxygen. She knew nothing about me because she never took the time to even get to know me. So, but yet, despite all this, there was still this whole, when I say jump, you say how high kind of mentality of like, well, you're going to be a medical doctor and you're going to give me all your money and I'm just gonna like leech off you for the rest of your life. And she'd do this in public to people that we never met. And it's like, get real. And I guess what I'm kind of getting at, and by the way, I didn't go to medical school. I followed what I wanted to do in this life with no guidance, and I fell on my face for many years. And the whole point of this channel is like, if you are just hitting 18 or you're young in life, and you're stepping into the adult world and it's like, I don't know what to do. I don't have any guidance. I got someone breathing down my neck trying to tell me who to be. I would like to see you not have to go through as many struggles as I did. Like, this is the support that I would have wanted to have when I was 18 and lost with no guidance. But the point being is I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that have parents or close family or someone breathing down your neck about who you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be, and you need to go to this school because I went to this school, and you need to be a star basketball player because I never got to be that. There's always like it's always rooted in insecurity. It's like, you need to be a star basketball player because I was a failure as a basketball player. You need to go to this fancy school because I never went to college. Like, it was this whole... and that's not everybody, okay? But I'm just saying in general, it's like if someone's trying to push you to do something real hard, there's usually psychologically something going on, like an insecurity or something that, honestly, they need to deal with. That's not your problem, okay? You have your own life, and no one has any right in this life to get in your face and be like, you are going to be this, you are going to be that, and you're going to do it like this, okay? As I said in the beginning of the video, as long as you're not hurting anybody, you are free to live your life the way that you want to live your life. Everybody is given this life, and it's it's a short ride. It doesn't last forever. You got to value it. You got to cherish parts of it, the good with the bad. It's never going to be perfect, and you got to find your own way in this life. Okay? Now, you might be saying to me, but Well, they're going to disown me. They're going to disown me, and they're never going to talk to me. I'm like, you know what? If you have somebody, you have to really ask. Then you got to sit back and look in the mirror and be like, well, can I deal with this? Can I deal with this disrespect from another person? Am I willing to? What am I willing to put up with? Okay. If you're able to kind of just get your own thing going, and you got the noise in the background, it's like grandma's in the back of the car and she's all like, yep, 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 and you're like, whatever, grandma, I'm still driving to Waffle House because Waffle House is so good. Oh my God, Waffle House. Oh my God, it's so good. The world wants to come tear me down from my love of Waffle House, but my God, oh my goodness gracious! I see that shining yellow sign in the distance, and it's just like a lighthouse in the middle of a raging storm. And I'm like, oh my God, the pilgrimage is complete to the Waffle House. Oh my sweet, 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 sweet Waffle House. But this is what I'm talking about. Like, am I hurting anybody besides my arteries? No, I'm not. That's a decision. I like the Waffle House, despite many people having strong opinions about the Waffle House. Anyway, I'll take the Waffle House over some 5-star steakhouse any day. Okay, any day. All right. You sit there and you go to these 5-star steakhouses and they give you a little piece of steak that's like the size of a quarter, and you're like, well, bon appetit, sir, and oui, and here's your bill for $1,000, and like, no. I go to the Waffle House because I feel at home at the Waffle House. The Waffle House is where it's at. I can get my eat on real good at the. Okay, all right, enough. Anyway, I really like the Waffle House. Anyway, this is just an example of, like, if there's something you're passionate about and you ain't hurting nobody, then what's the problem? Then what's the problem? Okay. Now, of course, if you're 45 years old and you're still living with your parents, okay, now that's a whole nother story. Okay. If you can get out independently on your own and find a way to support yourself and you're not hurting anybody, then nobody's got any reason to talk. No reason to talk. And this video is about standing strong when it is very difficult, when people that are older than you or closer to you or people that you kind of like look up to, like parents, are like really coming at you hard, like no, like psychologically it's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to deal with. But I'm here saying it's okay to be who you are. Okay? All right? It's okay to be who you are. I had to walk out my door when I was 18 years old and never look back to be who I am. And it was the moment that my life started. Okay? Because up until then, I wasn't my own person. I was an appendage of another human being. And I wasn't living my own life. I had to basically start from scratch. And it was a real uphill battle after that, but I am now ripping and roaring and doing my own thing the way that I feel is right in my heart and my soul. Okay? And a big part of that is trying to help other people with these videos and on this channel. And try and give encouragement because, it's not always there. It wasn't there for me. So understand if you're dealing with that, you got people breathing down your neck trying to tell you what you should be and everything. You got to be your own person. It's as simple as that. And you have to follow your own path in this life. But yeah, understand that you're not alone in it. I went through it and tons of other people are going through it right now. You're not alone in it. Okay. So it's just a matter of taking a breath, staying calm, being your own person, and standing tall against other people's expectations of what you should be in this life. But anyway, I hope that was helpful. Shout out to the Waffle House. Oh my God. I love the Waffle House. It's magic. It's a magical place. Like, some people like Disney, and don't get me wrong, Disney's awesome. But man, Waffle House is like it's the magic kingdom. It's a small world after all. And my God, that waffle is huge. It's so big. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm closing my eyes and I'm seeing waffles. I need to get help. There needs to be a Waffle House intervention because I need help. Guys, this is really a plea for help. This is not some like, I'm there for you video. It's really like, please help me. I've got like a Waffle House problem. I love it so much. I love the Waffle House. Okay. All right. So anyway, enough of that. Man, if this is your first video, well, welcome. Anyway, so if this video was helpful to you, that brightens my day and puts a smile on my face. If it wasn't, well, just think about the Waffle House. It's awesome. And there's other videos on this channel, so I'm sure eventually something's going to resonate, hopefully. Whatever. Anyway, so have a great rest of your day. And as always, the answer is love.